Hi Leo, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if this is your first time here. So this is going to be your love and spirituality reading for the month of November, and it will be for the sign Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And I'll also be doing an extended video, and I will leave that in the description box down below, so make sure you check that out when you're done watching this. Okay, so let's see, Leo. What's going on with you for this month? We're going to pull two for the past position first. Seven of Wands. Okay, so some of you could have been feeling a bit defensive in the past, a bit on guard. The Ace of Swords. Okay, so it looks like in the recent past you found out some information or you gained some type of clarity that left you feeling very defensive. This could also talk about you going up against a group of people. So there could have possibly been family members or just people in your life who you feel like you had to stand your ground against because of some type of clarity that you might have had. I'm getting that the clarity that you've gotten could have been about yourself and the ways in which you don't stick up for yourself, and now you're wanting to start doing that, is what I'm seeing. Let's see if I'm getting anything else. I'm also feeling like you have some sort of idea that you are wanting to start or you're wanting to put into action, and you're keeping it very close to yourself, or you're keeping it a secret because you don't want people weighing in on it, or you don't want people putting their negative energy into it. So if that is the case, I highly recommend you continue to do that, because when you are in a state of trying to manifest something, because the Magician card is here, when you are trying to manifest something into your life, don't underestimate people's negative energy and the way that the negative energy can actually kind of block you from getting what you want. Not saying that anybody can really stop you from having what you want, because whatever is for you is going to be for you, but it can take a little bit longer when people are intruding on your energy with their negative thoughts. So that's all I'm getting for that. If this is a love relationship, I feel like you could have found out something about the person you were romantically involved with, and it made you become very defensive, like the trust was broken in some way, so you had to kind of put your defenses up and put your guard up. So that's for the past position. Let's see what else is going on. Let's pull for the present. Ooh. The Death card came out in the reverse. Sorry, 1 second. Jacket's like on the chair and it's really bothering me. Okay, there we go. So the Death card came out in the reverse, and that's for the present position. The Justice card. Okay. So, with the Justice card being here, and the Ace of Swords and the Seven of Wands coming up right before that, I feel like whatever you found out was something that was unfair, like someone did something unjust towards you. So they could have broken your trust, could have betrayed you in some way, could have stepped outside of your relationship if this is a romantic partnership. And with the Death card being here, I'm feeling like even though this happened, a lot of you are still not wanting to let it go, not wanting to let the relationship go. Or it's that you let the relationship go, but you're not wanting to let go of what was done to you because you feel like that person is old karma, or you feel like you just did not get the justice that you deserve. So you're kind of hanging on to the energy from the past in the present moment. And we have to pull for the future before I say much about the advice. But what I am getting for this is that this isn't going to work out well, meaning that you're going to hang on to this energy to the point where it's now affecting your vibrational frequency and it's affecting your ability to manifest. So I feel like the best course of action would be to let go of whatever this was and trust in karma, trust in the universe, because it just looks like I'm just getting like this energy of you really holding on to it and you not wanting to let go, kind of in like a stubborn way. It's like every time you think about it, your mind goes right back to when it first happened, and it feels like it's just happening to you all over again. So there's definitely a need for you to let go some type of animosity or some type of hostility. Let me pull one more for that. I want to clarify that. For some of you, it's just that you don't want to let go of the actual relationship because you feel like you've put so much time and energy and effort into it. You feel like it's not fair that you would have to just throw it away, or it wouldn't be fair to you to just walk away from it. Let me pull one more for that. Oh, and the Chariot in reverse comes right out. So yeah, some of you are, with the Chariot in reverse, you're really stuck on this. You're not wanting to move forward. You could be wanting to fix the situation. With the Justice card here, I just feel like you want the scales to be balanced out because you put so much energy into this. And even though something was done that makes you feel like you should walk away, you feel like it's not fair to you. Like, I put all this time and energy into it. Why should I have to walk away from this? So some of you could also be wanting the other person to put energy and effort into it as well. I'm not sure if they're doing that. I'm kind of picking up that someone who could possibly have betrayed you in the recent past, it's like they're supposed to be the ones trying to make things right, and they're supposed to be the ones trying to rebuild that trust, and it looks like they're not doing that. They could have given up faith or given up hope in the relationship because they messed up so bad. They just feel like it's not worth the trouble to try to rebuild things when they have already caused so much damage. You see what I'm saying? And that could also make you feel slighted because you're like, okay, if I'm willing to stick around and work it out when you're the one who did wrong, why are you not willing to put in the energy and effort? But I do feel like this is something where the two of you might need to separate in order for you to heal and then come back together. I'm going to link below Angelic Karma. She has a video that's playing in my head right now about betrayal and how it is to be betrayed and why people stay after they've been betrayed and why it's not the best course of action. Because after something has been done that betrays the trust between two people, it's hard on both people's ends. It's like the one that was betrayed, they're going to keep on bringing it up, or it's going to keep on replaying it in their minds, and it's hard to see that person the way you once saw them. And then the other person who actually did the act of betraying, it's hard for them to gain that trust back because it's like walking on eggshells. Like, you're always afraid that the other person's going to bring up what you did. So I feel like there may be a need for some type of short-term separation, or for you to just move apart from each other until the wound isn't so fresh, is what I'm seeing. For some of you, the Moon card, cards are just flying out. For some of you, if this is not a romantic relationship, this could very well be a career that you're not wanting to let go of because you put so much energy into it. But it's like, you know that you're supposed to be doing something else. You've already gained the clarity that you're supposed to be doing something else, and that's why you're so unhappy. But you may just not have the courage to step out on faith and do something else. So take it as it resonates. So the Moon card is here. And the 5 in reverse. Okay, so the 5 of Pentacles in reverse in the Moon card for the month of November. So it looks like any secrets that you feel were being kept from you are going to be revealed to you. And I don't feel like it's any secrets that are going to make you feel any worse than you already feel, or any secrets that's going to make you feel off balance. I feel like the secrets, whatever's going to come out, is going to bring you in out of the cold. So you've been feeling kind of left out in the cold by whoever you were dealing with, and with it being in the reverse, it's like you're coming in from the cold because something is coming out. Let me pull one more. This could very well be you following your intuition with the Moon card and realizing that you don't have to be in this situation, you don't have to be stuck in it, and that you can have the ability to move forward even though the person is not putting in the effort or the work in order to move forward with you. You may have to just do that on your own and give yourself that closure. Let me pull one more. The 4 of Cups in reverse. Yeah, it looks like in the month of November, you're really going to get sick of this energy of kind of just sitting back and waiting for someone to get their act together. It looks like you are wanting to definitely move into something more stable and move into other future opportunities. What I'm getting for the 4 of Cups, it's like impatience. Like you're actually kind of beating yourself up is what I'm hearing, because you've waited around so long for the situation that you see opportunities and other things passing you by. And that's why I always say to people, when you go through like a rocky patch with a romantic partner or with anybody in general, it's best that you, even while you're grieving, it's best that you keep it moving and keep on thinking about yourself and keep on working on your goals and your dreams and your plans, because then it's like, after all this time has passed, you won't be as resentful. See what I'm saying? It's like if somebody crosses you, right? And then you spend like the next 6 months just heated and just pissed off and not getting anything done. After that 6 months pass, yeah, you might be over the situation, but now you have to get over the resentment and the animosity you feel at the fact that you put everything on hold. You see what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense. So it's like, I feel like you're starting to come to this realization, or you're starting to think to yourself, or in the month of November, this is the energy that's coming in. You're starting to think to yourself that you no longer want any new opportunities to pass you by. You no longer want to live in the past. It's like you want to bring yourself in out of the cold, and you have that ability to. Because like I said, I feel like a lot of you at one point were waiting around for the other person to fix whatever was broken, or to say a magic word that will, undo all the damage that was done, because you just didn't want to let it go. But I feel like you're just getting a lot of intuitive guidance and a lot of clarity about the situation, and you're just sick of wasting time. So you're bringing yourself in out of the cold, and you're giving yourself that closure, and you are allowing this situation to come to an end and for it to transform into something more positive in your favor. So is that it? I think that's it. I'm going to actually pull one from my Serpent Fire deck. Oh, and the Eight of Pentacles is also here in the reverse, and the Judgment card. So this is basically advising you, excuse me, to not put any more hard work, energy, and effort into this situation. Because like I said, I feel like the other person is also needing to put in some type of work, and they are not. And the Judgment card being here, I feel like this is like divine intervention, like you finally coming to your senses about the situation and deciding that your energy is too precious in order for you to continue to give it to someone who doesn't appreciate it. Especially with you being a Leo. Leos have this ability to make everyone around them feel confident. It's like Leos are like this, it's like this burst of sunshine, I guess you could say, from Leos, that when they're at their best, they have the ability to, like I said, make everyone around them feel just as confident as they are. And if someone doesn't appreciate that type of energy, then they need to go, because then they're just basically like draining you of your life force. And that's why the Leo is the Sun card in the deck. Actually, let me see if I can find it in here. The Leo is the Sun card in the deck because, like I said, they just have this radiant energy that it actually can draw the wrong type of people in sometimes because they want to feed off of that energy. So here's your card, Leo. It didn't come out, but I just wanted to show you what I meant. And like I said, it's like this pure energy. You see, it's like a baby, and then she's on like a white horse. It's like this pure energy that Leos tend to give off, and they radiate all this confidence. And some people like to feed off of that, and they don't appreciate it. So I feel like you're needing to really take a look at your own value and what you have to offer, and realize that if someone else is not offering this feeling right back in return, then it's time to stop putting the effort into them. Let's see. And for some of you, I'm getting that, because this is a general reading, so I read for a lot of people. For some of you, I'm getting that the person that you were dealing with might actually come around, is what I'm seeing. It might actually want to work things out, but in order for you to do so, you both would have to really put the past behind you and put in a lot of work in order to rebuild whatever was broken. So, ooh. Card flew out. I'm not sure which way that came out, so let me pull again. So I'm pulling from my Serpent Fire deck just to give you further advice. The Chariot again. Okay, Chariot came out twice in your reading. So here is the Chariot card. I hope you can see it. I'm actually going to read what it says out of the book. So the Chariot, 7. Okay. I'm trying to like hold this while I'm reading. Okay. So it says the Chariot. Can you see this? God, filming readings is so difficult. Okay. The Chariot. Keywords: new beginnings, positive change, spiritual path. Spiritual path, sorry. Flanked by 2 guardian sphinxes, the eternal sun shines. The waters are disrupted, and our path is uncertain. However, the horizon is clear, and the sphinxes protect us as we go forth. A big journey is ahead of us, a journey not born out of haste or whimsy. It is the calm, often complex and deep knowing that allows us to collect ourselves and begin a new chapter. This can be bittersweet, but it always comes with necessity. There is no rush. Put your affairs sorry, put your affairs in order and sort out your emotions. For when you go, there is no turning back. Repeat the mantra, I make all preparations for my great flight into new realms. Okay, so my voice is getting kind of like froggy, I guess you could say. And usually when that happens, that means that some of you are needing to speak your piece in some way or speak your truth. So before you move forward, what might help you is to have a conversation with whoever this person is that you were dealing with. If this person is somewhat avoidant, I never recommend to go and spill your heart out to them. I always advise people who watch my videos against that, because that will actually make it worse, because you'll feel even more dismissed and you'll feel even more animosity. But I feel like you have to get something off of your chest. So possibly you need to journal, or you need to send the person a text or a letter or something, and not really expect anything in return. You see what I'm saying? Because like I said, if you're dealing with someone who's kind of avoidant and dismissive, as long as you validate your own feelings before you go in and talk to them, then you'll be fine. And with the Chariot here, like I just read, you are embarking onto a new journey and you are moving onto a new path. So there's a need for you to really cut all loose ends from the past. Make sure that there's nothing that's left unsaid, because then it's like there's something that's still always going to be lingering. So I feel like that is it, Leo. This seemed like a really short reading. Okay, I'm going to show you your cards and then we'll move on to the extended. So I will be right back. Okay, Leo, so here are your cards. I've actually been showing all the signs, their cards at the end of the reading, just so you can see the pictures for yourself and see if anything stands out or pops out at you. And then you can kind of take that and use your own intuition with what the cards are trying to tell you. So it looks like in the month of November, you are still going to be a bit defensive because of whatever you found out. I feel like a heavy energy of your trust being violated, or your boundaries being violated in some way. So you are definitely on guard, which could be a good thing, especially if you are heartbroken at the moment or you're hurt at the moment. That's when you are the most sensitive and the most vulnerable, so you are needing to protect your heart more than usual. With the Death card being here in the reverse and then the Four of Cups being here in the reverse, I do feel like there is some type of internal struggle with you. You are kind of dreading letting go of the past or letting go of past situations because you're dreading the transformation that has to take place. You could have a very hard time with change or have a hard time with things ending. And just like I said in the the Aries reading, the Aries or Capricorn reading, the way that I approach this is I just hurry up and get into the next cycle so I can get comfortable, because I'm someone who likes to be comfortable. I hate being uncomfortable and I hate change. So my approach is to just hurry up and move forward and do what I have to do so I can get comfortable in my next stage, in my next cycle, if that makes sense. So if you are kind of stuck in limbo right now, you know there's something else waiting out there that's better for you, but you're afraid and you're holding on, just feel the fear and do it anyway. Just feel the fear and let go anyway. Because with the Chariot card being here, the Chariot card also talks about your spiritual path. So there's something that is waiting for you on the other side of this that's destined for you, and that's going to be something far greater than anything that you have been through thus far. So very spiritual time during the month of November is what I'm seeing, a lot of spiritual growth. So with the Justice card being here and then the Five of Pentacles being here in the reverse, I feel like if you were feeling left out in the cold, like I said in the reading, you are bringing yourself out of it, and it's your job to give yourself that justice and to give yourself that closure, because it's like waiting for someone to come back or waiting for someone to undo the damage that they've done. It does nothing but give your power away and keep you stuck. So there's a need for you to give yourself that justice by removing yourself from the situation. And then with the Chariot card in reverse and the Moon card, and also I'm reading that along with the Sun card for some reason, I'm feeling like there is a light and a shadow side to this, just like there is to all situations in life. So you're needing to look at both in order for you to move forward. I feel like if you try to just look at the positive in it, it can kind of throw you off. And I know that's a weird message, because usually people will advise you to try to find the positive. But sometimes we need to acknowledge the fact that there is, a dark side to it. There is pain that's associated with it. There is hurt that's associated with it. It's not a situation where you can just spiritually bypass it and just think positive and move forward, because I feel like that's what's keeping some of you stuck with the Chariot card in reverse. Is like trying to be like, okay, well, everything's fine, I don't care, I'm moving on, and just trying to be in that energy. And that works sometimes, but a lot of the times we are just suppressing the things that are hurting us. So you're needing to embody the Sun and the Moon's energy excuse me, the sun's energy of, you know, being positive, being vibrant, being optimistic about what's yet to come, but then also embracing the moon energy as well, and embracing the kind of like the darker side of what happened. And that's not to say to wallow in self-pity or to pull yourself into a depression, but it's like the acknowledgement that you have been hurt, and that, you know, things in your life are about to drastically change, and that you need to tend to yourself and give yourself that respect to acknowledge that, you know. So acknowledge your fears, acknowledge your doubts. Don't try to act like they're there. Acknowledge them, embrace them, but then keep it moving anyway. So that is it for your reading, Leo. I hope that it was helpful. I'm going to be expanding this reading in the description box down below, and I'll also be doing a second spread. I'll be doing the Working with Your Shadow spread, excuse me, where we will be basically looking at things that are going on in your subconscious mind and digging a little deeper underneath the surface for the month of November. So again, thank you for watching. My throat was acting crazy, so again, some of you are needing to speak your piece or speak your truth in some way, so remember that I said that in the reading. So I will leave the link in the description box down below, and I will see you guys over on Vimeo. Bye.